Good morning. Just unloaded around the corner here at a construction site in, what's it called, Colwood? I think it's Colwood on Vancouver Island. Trailer's nice and empty. Heading over the ferry. The boss wants me to reload and come back this way again. So it's going to be complicated. Alrighty. Close our windows. It's like 19 degrees Celsius out here. The nice thing about Victoria and Vancouver Island, this part of, at least along the ocean here, it stays this temperature year round because it's surrounded by ocean. If the wind blows, you need a jacket in the middle of the summer, and if the wind blows in the winter, you need a jacket in the middle of winter. You do need a lot of rain gear though, because it rains a lot. All right. How far till the ferry? I'm guessing it'll be about an hour, but I don't know. Hoping it'll be less than an hour, but so change of plans. We were going to go up to Nanaimo or Ladysmith, I think, get reloaded there. But the company that gave us that load, we bought the load from a different trucking company. The company that gave us that load all of a sudden goes, we made a mistake, the load's not actually there. It's one of those companies we've bought loads from before, and every single time we buy loads from them, it's always chaos. Today's only Tuesday. The next load is complicated because the next load coming to Vancouver Island is supposed to be delivered Friday morning. However, we have to have that load loaded first truck Thursday morning, or else we won't make the ferry on Thursday evening to get over here. So we can't have any loads that we have to deliver on Thursday morning. So all loads that we're going to deliver must be delivered by Wednesday. And then empty off to KMT to load, Klestingoff mass timber. So, are there loads on Wednesday we can load? Yes, there's one load we can load on Wednesday. Because we can't load today, we're not going to make across the ferry early enough to get loaded today in Vancouver. So we have to wait around in Vancouver tonight until tomorrow morning, load tomorrow morning, and there's one load that's headed off to Princeton. I can do that and then head over and get loaded first thing on Thursday. It's like, sweet, we got a plan, new plan. And then boss goes, here, let me book the ferry. Oh, Thursday ferry, the 9 p.m. ferry is already booked full. Can't do that ferry. 8 p.m. ferry, booked full. If we now load Thursday morning, we cannot make that ferry. Now we have to load Wednesday afternoon. Because we now have a 7 p.m. ferry for Thursday. We have that booked. So now I have to load Wednesday afternoon, which means we cannot afford to sit around in Vancouver tonight to load tomorrow. We must head to the Kootenays and load. So I'm going to deliver 2 loads this week. Yippee! So, problem is today's ferry, the first booking he could get me was 6 p.m. and it's lunchtime now. I'm going to head over to the ferry and see if I can get loaded before that booking. But they must be short a boat or something, because getting ferry bookings is difficult. I told the boss, it's like, hey, book my ferry on Friday to get back home already. Book that now. Because apparently appointments are filling up fast. And it's hard to say what time to book the ferry, because who knows how long they're going to take to unload. If they unload as fast as today, then he can book me a 1 p.m. ferry, but what if they unload slower? Looking at my GPS, it looks like we'll get to the ferry around 12 o'clock. 12:04. Excuse me. Everything's so nice and green here. Although even the grass here, some of the grass is a little dry. Looking at it, I bet you that's irrigated, the grass, to make it green. Yeah, over here, crazy. On Vancouver Island, and the grass is brown if it's not irrigated. That's crazy. I think I want to be in this lane. I think this looks right. Islanders are definitely proud to be Islanders. A lot of cars have a bumper sticker or a sticker on the window of the island. Some of them multiple island stickers on a car. Originally I was going to head the opposite direction and go up Trans-Canada Highway 1, but we were on Trans-Canada Highway 1 now, but we're going southbound instead of northbound. So we're going to go to the ferry and see if they let me load before 6 p.m. because that's our ferry scheduled time, and I think it's crazy that there wouldn't be a spot for me before that. We're beside a little lake over here. GPS calls it Portage Inlet. So I guess it's connected to the ocean. Not really a lake then, it's salt water. And there's a 2 ferries sign. Let's follow those signs. Nope, I want to go underneath and loop-de-doo around. off of Trans-Canada Highway 1. Now we're taking a shortcut to Highway 17 up to Sydney. Yeah, kind of disappointed I'm not running up Trans-Canada the other direction. Also, kind of gonna suck getting home on Saturday, but well, that's okay. The boss says he'll give me Sunday, Monday off, and even Tuesday if I want it. Crazy. On Tuesday I have to start heading to the chipper just so we can deliver here again on Friday. Just a whole bunch of bad coincidences, you know. Ferry scheduling kind of sucks. Would have been nice if I had a backhaul, would have made a little more money. I'm getting paid empty miles, but I would have gotten paid more money if I had been loaded. Oh well. See, that truck in front of us has a little island sticker on the back of their windshield as well. Which lane do I want? I think I can go in this lane. Yes, okay. Got the right lane. Got 26 kilometers to the ferry. And we talked about this. I can't remember if we talked it on this channel or the 3Js about speeding in British Columbia. It seems that Lower Mainland, Okanagan, everybody does 20 over, even up in Prince George. 20 over seems to be the speed everybody goes. I try not to go over 10 over, keep it 5, 10 over. That's most of the time this truck's doing 5 over. Down a steep hill, I'll let it do 10 over, but cars mostly are doing 20, 25 over the speed limit. Not on Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island, you do the speed limit or below the speed limit. I have never driven around on Vancouver Island and found that the mass majority the mass majority does the speed limit. Like I always say, just follow traffic and do what they do. Unless they're too slow, they're going. Oh, I thought they were going quite a bit under the speed limit. They're only like 5 under the speed limit. But if I have an opportunity, I will pass this car. it's actually slowing down. Time to go. Let's get up to the speed limit. I'm going to get stuck on this side because those people will all be merging in. Space to merge in over here. Well, I guess things don't always go to plan. We get to do a ferry ride in the daylight, so that's always nice. Although with the temperatures being as cool as they are, if we go on the ferry to go outside, I'll be wanting to wear a jacket and a toque. Definitely need a jacket and toque. If it was sunny, it wouldn't be too bad, but it's going to be quite chilly outside. Almost be nice to grab lunch on the ferry, but if I have to sit around and wait a few hours, I'll be way too hungry. Well, maybe I've got a peanut butter sandwich. I'll eat that for lunch, and then, or better yet, sausage and crackers. I'll eat that for lunch, and then another lake over here. If I end up waiting, I can have supper on the ferry. This is Elk Lake, according to my GPS on the left-hand side. Elk Lake. That's a lot of traffic. Apparently this scale has been closed for a long time. It's still nice to have it there. If you load, you can weigh yourself, make sure you're legal. Narrow lanes, nightly lane closures. They're building an overpass. It does get very narrow. If I was oversized, I'd just take both lanes. That's how narrow it gets. At least southbound it was. Northbound, might be a little better. I wasn't paying enough attention to that today morning. But this used to be a very busy intersection, and they're building an overpass. I guess that busy intersection is now closed, so more people have to use these side roads to get home and stuff. But once that overpass is done, it'll be nice. Right here they're building the off-ramp. You can see the overpass already built over top. Well, it looks like there is still an exit for them. There is still an exit for them to take the side road here, but it's sketchy. Brand new bridge and there's graffiti on it. Nice. Yeah, this side's not too bad. The other side was definitely tighter turns and tighter lanes. Island View Road. Oh, it goes up a slight hill. I want to drive up that slight hill. Probably it'd be a beautiful viewpoint from the top of the hill. And it's starting to flash yellow. Hammer down. A lot of historic. Some train cars, some old farming equipment. Bit of a museum. Looks like CVSE pulled someone over. Coming up on Schwartz Bay. Oh, I guess the town of Sydney, city of Sydney? Must be the city of Sydney. Moment of truth. Will they let me board on an earlier ferry? I'm like, why is everybody slowing down? There's a police parked on the shoulder. It's like, why do we always have to do 15 kilometers below the speed limit all of a sudden? 17 degrees Celsius. It's cooled off as we've gone further north. Have we gone actually further north? No, just closer to the ocean, further. It's not even closer to the ocean. It's just further east. It's a little cooler here either way. A little northeast. Thinking, looking at the temperature in here, I'm like, I'm gonna have to turn the heat on because it's getting a little chilly in here. Swanson ticketing for 1 p.m. Yeah, so I should be able to get at least on the 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., not the 6 p.m. load. Says Vancouver, the left 2 lanes. So we'll just stay in this lane. There's 3 lanes going to Vancouver right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes going to Vancouver right now. Good morning. I've got a reservation, but I think the boss screwed up and made me a late one. Is there any chance of boarding earlier?
Maybe 85 feet.
85 feet.
Head down 24, probably 1 o'clock.
Okay. That's promising. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Probably 1 o'clock. Lane 24. She put a stamp on my ticket that said standby. Basically, the first ferry that has space. But I say lane 24. Gotta watch for all the people's walking over to the restaurants and gift shops and washrooms. I'm just gonna wait. Going to 24. Going to 24. You're standing right in my way. You need to go wide so I can get into 24. All right. We'll wait here for an hour or two, hopefully. Looks like we're getting on the 1 o'clock sailing. Sweet. I was half expecting not to, but Where do they want me? Leave enough space in front of me. Wanted me in the center at first and all of a sudden decided no. Want me on the edge. Take our time because people are jumping out already. Sure don't hit any mirrors. All right, let's go upstairs. All right. Head up the stairs, find yourselves a viewpoint and see the ferry leaving the port. Got lots of shops on the ferry. Ooh. Make sure don't get distracted by the souvenirs. Sun deck. Not much sun out there though. Schwartz Bay. Bit of a foggy afternoon. Oh, might be smoke. Might be forest fire smoke. There's one more deck up, but it doesn't get, you can't get to the ends of the ferry from the deck up. Which ferry are we on? I'm not even sure. Oh, there we go. We are on the Spirit of British Columbia, Victoria. So this is the upper deck. And you can hear I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the rumbling of the ferry, it's actually constantly, the whole time it's sitting in port, the propellers are going and it's pushing against the dock at a fairly decent RPM. So yeah, that's the upper deck. You can see the arms for the lower deck down there. These white things over here are actually the gates that go down and keep the vehicles in. It's the rub rail that, I guess the rail that keeps all the cars locked in and people from falling over. The guardrail. So down there you can see the turning water from the propellers constantly pulling or pushing into the dock. There we go. Top deck is lifting up. Barely clears those doors. And we're off. Only 20 minutes late, but we're off. Looks like some of the police decided to stay on board. So whatever's going on, interesting they haven't closed that gate yet. What if they just leave it open? Maybe they only close it on rough seas type of days. Oh, nope, they're closing them. One on the other side. There we go, this one now. Okay. Lock in. And there's a smaller ferry coming into port right now, and a bigger one coming in. Got two ferries coming into port right now. You can see from that right there, we're kind of drifting sideways. The front propellers are doing some work there as well. Starting to get a little windy already. It's gonna pick up. Don't know if you guys can hear the churning water. It's just like standing next to a big waterfall, a violent spring runoff waterfall. That's what the water sounds like. And the whole ferry just shakes the whole time, like everything is vibrating. So yeah, if you've never been on a ferry before, it feels like driving over, oh, you know what, rumble strips on the highway. Driving on the rumble strips makes your whole car shake. The whole ferry is shaking as if we're running on rumble strips. See, the flag is starting to wave a little bit in the wind. Looks like we're doing ourselves a bit of a turn here. Flag is starting to wave a little more as we pick up speed. But this is pretty much all we're gonna get to see, so I'm gonna sit down, relax, and enjoy the scenery as we work our way through all these islands. And then somehow I have to make this about 2 hours worth of video fit into one video.
First off, every member of our crew is Transport Canada Marine Safety certified. In the unlikely event of an emergency, They'll be your guide. You'll need to stop what you're doing and follow their directions. They'll guide you to the emergency assembly areas and to the life jackets located on decks 5 and 6, and the marine evacuation systems located on deck 5. A crew member may ask you to put on a life jacket. Here's how to do it. Press the red button on the bottom buckle and the two small black buttons on the top buckle to open. Pull the bottom buckle outward to extend the strap. Pull the life jacket open and place over your head. Wrap the bottom strap around your back and click it into the buckle in front. Now click the top strap below your chin. Ensure both straps are tight and secure. Check that the bottom strap is around the middle of your back, not your waist, and tuck the remainder of the strap behind your back. If you need a hand at any time during the sailing, please let a crew member know so we can help. Don't forget you're on a ship that can sometimes move unexpectedly, so please take care and use handrails and watch for high door sills. Be careful on outer decks that may be wet, and watch out for strong winds that could knock you off balance. Help your fellow passengers stay safe by keeping bags off seats and out of aisles. In keeping with Transport Canada regulations, passengers are required to leave their vehicles and exit Deck 2, the closed lower vehicle deck, during the voyage. As a reminder, pets must remain in your vehicle or in the designated pet area on Deck 4 or the outer deck pet area on Deck 6. To access the pet area on the outer deck, passengers can follow the paw prints from the shell stairwell up to Deck 6. Please stay within the yellow lines when on the upper outer deck. Dogs must be on a 1 meter or 3 foot leash, and cats must be in a carrier at all times. Pets are not permitted inside passenger lounges except when accessing the stairwell. Guide and service dogs are permitted in all passenger areas of the vessel. Ship movement and vibrations will trigger your vehicle alarm. For the comfort of fellow passengers and pets, please do not activate your alarm while on board. For information on how to lock your vehicle without setting the alarm, refer to your vehicle owner's manual. We are proud to provide a smoke-free environment. There is no smoking anywhere on board vessels or at terminals. This includes the use of e-cigarettes. While on board, check out our wide selection of food and beverage options, from sandwiches, salads, baked goods, and freshly brewed coffee, to white spot burgers and a variety of hot entrees. Enjoy a variety of pastries and light fare fresh from the oven, as well as made-to-order Starbucks coffees and teas in the Arbutus Coffee Bar on Deck 6. Or if you prefer a quiet place to relax, stop by our Sea West Lounge for light snacks, magazines, and freshly brewed coffee. You can also visit Passages for a great selection of West Coast-inspired apparel, specialty items, and gifts. Other amenities on board include ATM machines, workstations, a parent's room, and 2 children's play areas. On behalf of the captain and all of our crew, please enjoy your voyage.
Here, should have used the microphone, right? I held the microphone right next to the little speaker there. But I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys absolutely rock.